What's up guys, I am now on my way to spend the next 3 weeks in the Pacific Islands, but before I go, I want to share with you 3 inspiring people that have lately been on my mind. The first guy will give you ultimate fitness inspiration, the next will stun you with his language learning abilities, and the last guy's dedication to his community will warm your heart. Let's get into it. This is Forrest.
Hi.
Every day for the last 33 years, he has run at least
7 miles.
And hiked
3 miles.
If you add up the total distance, he has run more than 110,000 miles on foot.
109,763 to be exact.
Which is enough to circle around the equator 6 times.
Rain or shine.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Forrest is a Vietnam veteran who lives with his lovely wife in Mesa, Arizona, just 30 minutes from where I grew up in Phoenix. They are both travelers at heart, having visited all 50 states and 67 countries together. He is as inspiring as any person I've ever met.
Our alarm rings at 2:45 every morning. We do stretches, a few sit-ups, get the legs going. I do like 100 of these, and by 3:15 we're out on the road.
So, what's his inspiration for all of this?
Well, I think it might have been some individuals that I met while running marathons. An individual about 78 years old, I ran into him and I said, "Whoa, wow, it's great to meet you. And how long have you been running?" He said he had been running for pretty close to 50 years. So I said, well, I hope when I get your age, I'll still be running. And also I was reading an article where a gentleman just retired at 101 years old of running marathons, full marathons, the 26.2 miles, which I, of course, really enjoy doing.
Has he ever been injured?
Well, a couple of scrapes, but not really any other injuries. Nothing is required, doctor's attention or, braces, Band-Aids, or any of those kinds of things.
Is running the key to staying fit forever?
Running helps me to, if I wake up, say, with a headache as a result of whatever, when I run, the headache goes away. I can be feeling bad or mentally, different situations associated with your mental state. Running takes care of that for me. And I have some of the best ideas while running. I have had what's called endorphins that you get, and they really do make you feel like you could run forever.
Do you ever just want to not stop running? You're like, damn, I just ran 10 miles, but I want to run 20.
Oh, yes, I've had that feeling, but I have other things I need to do. So
you have a life outside of running?
Yeah, I have a life outside of running.
Does he ever plan on stopping?
Never. Not unless, I guess I'll say until I die. I run into people out while I'm running that have limps and they're running, so if they can run, I can run.
Listening to Forrest's story gives me motivation to start running again.
You got my attention?
But I just don't know if I'll ever catch up.
All right, Drew, I gotta get running now. I'll see you later.
All right. This is Franz.
Thank you.
He's a member of the San tribe and lives right here, alone, in the middle of the Namibian desert. Do you get lonely by yourself?
Yeah. Sometimes.
When he was young, his grandfather taught him how to survive in the desert, and now he's an expert on living in this environment.
We have a big problem of water here, is no water. Our water coming from there, where you can see the solar panels.
Franz makes a living as a desert guide to tourists like myself who pass by. He can literally tell you anything about the Namib desert, its animals and landscape.
Spider, we have 7 different species. Dancing water spider, wheeling spider, spoon spider, jumping spider, baboon spider, sand-eyed spider, and a 6-eyed crab spider, the really poison one.
He has the biggest smile I've ever seen and a great sense of humor.
You have to driving a long way to Swakopmund from here, 230 kilometers. The road is not good. All the time, when you get this, really tired, take shower, give you nice food, eat full, drinking a little beer. When you go and sleep, you can
The desert is his home. He doesn't wear shoes because there's no need. He has a massive scar from a snake bite, but most impressively, Franz knows 11 languages fluently.
Kavango, Kwangari, Mbunza, Sambyu, Viriko, Kwanyama, Damara, Nama, Herero, Himba, Afrikaans, and English.
Today he's going to tell us about his mother tongue, the San dialect, also known as Bushman language, or as my ears tell me, the clicking language.
If I greet you, how are you? You have to say, Nkia, itimamiri, Nkia, Nkia, I'm fine, Nkia, nothing, go. Nama, Damara, they have 4 different clicks, and Bushman 7. 7 different clicks.
I noticed that Franz's clicking language is reflected in the way that he communicates by using sound effects with his hands and mouth.
Keep running again, the seat in emerald should be waiting, just jumping out.
How bizarre is that? Today is the first and last time I'll meet someone like Franz, and it's been a very special experience. Thank you very much. Take care. This is Pedro. He has given a life to roughly 1 million people in Madagascar's grueling capital of Antananarivo. Pedro grew up on the streets of Buenos Aires, Argentina. At the early age of 9, he worked with his father as a bricklayer.
My father tell me, hey, Peter, come to work.
He then decided to become a priest, finishing his training in present-day Slovenia, where his parents are from. Father Pedro first came to Madagascar in 1970.
Je suis arrivé à Madagascar en 26 octobre 1970.
And 48 years later, he's still here. He speaks 7 languages, English being the worst, so when we spoke, we stuck mostly to French and Spanish. The extreme poverty that he saw on the streets of Antananarivo made him frustrated, so he did everything in his power to change it.
Aquí no se puede venir a mirar, aquí se viene a luchar. Pienso que todos somos hermanos.
In 1989, he started a community called Akamasu, which takes homeless people off the streets and into this peaceful village, which you will not believe until you see it. It almost feels like a European city with all these like colorful buildings, like Denmark or the Netherlands or something. They have restaurants, hospitals, schools. They're building another school here. Look at all that wood. Dentist.
Here.
Getting some street food here in Akamasu, which is fried vegetable thingies. Everything that you need in a city is here. It's amazing.
Pour moi, la justice, c'est un combat. Le développement, c'est un combat. La vérité, c'est un combat. Moi, je n'ai jamais accepté dans ma vie l'extrême pauvreté.
When I asked him how we could afford to build Akamasu, he said,
Le plus grand bailleur de fonds pour nous, c'est le bon Dieu.
It's God first.
God.
The first one is God.
Pedro originally started with 900 euros that he borrowed from Christian missionaries. Little by little, year after year, he got more funding as the word spread, and his village started to grow. He displays the names of his sponsors nicely on the football stadium. Yes, there is a giant football stadium. It looks like an American high school. Alongside a basketball court that is as nice as any in the country. Today, tens of thousands of people call Akamasu home.
25,000 personnes que nous nous occupons directement.
And about 1 million total people have been supported from 1 day to 3 weeks, where they were offered rice, a home, clothes, and a small package to essentially be reborn.
He's living here for 30 years. He's telling it's good, it's better here. He's willing to stay here. He's happy here. The schools are better. The life is better. He's more comfortable here.
Thank you. Akamasu is very safe and a nice change from Antananarivo, where I don't feel that comfortable walking on the streets. I actually left my backpack behind while I was interviewing Pedro, and nobody took it. Pedro's philosophy is written all over the walls of his community. And it means?
If you are not willing to work, you are not allowed to eat.
Notre philosophie, c'est que c'est par le travail que nous allons vaincre la pauvreté. Alors tous les gens qui arrivent à Akamasu, nous leur demandons de travailler.
Their jobs can be anything from weaving to breaking rocks, construction, or artists who make and sell handcrafts in their amazing gift shops.
Les maçons, charpentiers, ferrailleurs, les gens qui font des pavés.
It's amazing how Pedro incentivizes people to work or study if they want to live here. And if they comply, they are awarded a lovely house like this one. Very nice. Pedro's work has led him to be awarded the Legion of Honor by the President of France, and he was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. His story has been featured in documentaries, full-length books, and he's even received blessings from Pope Francis himself. The way I see it, Pedro is the Pope of his community as a leader and a giver, asking for nothing in return. Everybody in Akamasu knows him, respects him, and loves him, especially the kids. So you stay here forever? You're never leaving?
Comment c'est ma famille ça?
Su familia.
That's my family, ouais, mi familia. That is my family. Esto es una realidad.
Sí,
Una realidad.
Sí.
Y aquí los niños son niños.
Sí.
Here, the children, his children.
This has been one of the most touching stories I've had the pleasure to witness and share with you. Thank you to Pedro for devoting your entire life to end extreme poverty. I hope to see you again here very soon. Hasta luego.
God bless you.
Thank you so
and
much.
Good travel in all the world.
I'm Drew Binsky, and if you like my travel videos, please click subscribe and join me as I plan to visit every country in the world.